This one should be good. Welterweight bout. Andre Fialho coming in at plus 200, minus 200 for Joaquin Buckley making his welterweight debut. Interested to see how he looks. Over under 1.5 rounds, minus 128 for the over, plus 128 for the under. Fialho, I took the bait on him against Muslim Salikov and paid for that one. But I've been pretty decent at picking Joaquin Buckley fights as of recently. I picked Nazardine against him. I picked Chris Curtis against him. And I picked him against Albert Duraev. But I don't know that I like this price on him. I mean, he's minus 200 something. I know he's going to be probably the bigger guy, at least, coming down in weight. 15 pounds is quite a cut. Like, to shed that off, you got to be a pretty undersized middleweight, which I think is probably the right move for Joaquin Buckley to go down to welterweight if he can do it healthily, or if that's the word. But the problem is the man gets chinned. He's been chinned 4 times. He's been knocked out 4 times, and he's coming off a knockout loss. And honestly, like the Chris Curtis one, like looked like it was a solid punch. Like it was solid for sure. But then you look at like his knockout loss to Curicó, like that one was a head kick, but it didn't look like clean. Kevin Holland was like a right hand, but it didn't look clean. Like he's getting knocked out at 185. Maybe that's just the power of the 185ers. But if he's coming down to 170, I don't know. Like that's probably not good for his chin. It can't be good for his chin at all. So I'm a little scared though at minus 200 for Buckley. But Fialho's kind of got the same problem. I mean, he's been knocked out in his last 2 fights. He's been chinned 4 times as well. So both guys can get knocked out. So I'm kind of liking the under in this one. The under, I know it's at 1.5, but the under for these guys, both guys can get finished. Both guys got knockout power. Both guys are down to throw down. So, I mean, the under is looking pretty good. But I think it's dog or pass. Like, I can't really get too invested in Joaquin Buckley at minus 200. Even though, Fialho, his wins in the UFC aren't that great. 2 wins, both by knockout, Miguel Baez and Cameron Van Camp. So, I don't know. Maybe you can talk me into Joaquin, but if I had to play it, like I'd probably say dog or pass. What do you think?
Yeah, I've thought about this fight the last couple of days, and I think I've found the perfect way to play it. And, a lot of times I have these brilliant ideas and it bites me in the ass. But I think the problem with Fialho is he's got a round in him. He's got a good round in him. And then he kind of folds, man. He gets stopped after somewhere in that second or third round, it seems. And Buckley, he averages some takedowns in fights. So if you're Buckley, you go in there and you wrestle the first round and you wear Fialho down, because we've seen it happen. We've seen him get tired after that first round. And after that, his chin just kind of deteriorates. His punches don't have that snap on him anymore. And guys find the chin and put him down. So I think you play Andre Fialho first round KO. And after that, you play Joaquin Buckley second round KO, Joaquin Buckley third round KO, and something's going to hit, because this fight, somebody's going to sleep in this one. Both guys hit hard. If Buckley, survives that first round, he usually still has some left in the tank in the second and third as far as power goes. And he's moving down. He's going to be the more powerful guy, more naturally powerful guy, in my opinion here. So that's how I'm playing it. All 3 of those are going to be on my card this weekend. And I'm hoping the lines are going to be really nice and juicy and we get some great value there. But really, honestly, I think Buckley needs to just survive, and after that he wins, whether it's in the second or third round. I have not been impressed with Fialho, and I haven't seen much out of him after the first rounds, especially, Jake Matthews was tearing him up. Muslim Salikov KO'd him in the third round, and you could really tell that, after that first round, Fialho just really didn't have anything. Look at the significant strikes in that fight. Muslim Salikov 56 to Andre Fialho 17, and you can guess a lot of those 17 came in the first round. So, yeah, man, I think this one's got fireworks written all over it for as long as it lasts. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm leaning Buckley here, actually. So that's gonna be my prediction. Betting wise, like I said, probably those 3 plays. But Hard to jump on the money line at minus 200 on Buckley.
Yeah, it might be a better live betting spot too if you like Buckley, because Fialho, if he gets the finish, it's usually in round 1. So if you don't lay that kind of chalk on Buckley early and he gets knocked out in the first, you don't lose it. You could maybe get a better price going into round 2.
Yeah.